The innocent must pay the price. Your time is coming, Michael.
Pastor Michael buried 2 pregnant women, then walked straight onto the altar and performed miracles. Thousands called him God's greatest servant. Nobody knew those miracles were being paid for with innocent blood. But here's the part nobody knew. Pastor Michael wasn't always a monster. Years earlier, he was simply a young pastor with a tiny church. And almost nobody believed in him. Some Sundays, only 8 people showed up. 8. He preached anyway. He prayed anyway. He cried during his sermons and genuinely believed God had called him. But every month, his church struggled to pay its bills while his church was empty. Younger pastors were buying luxury cars, building massive cathedrals, and appearing on television. Then one Sunday, a pastor, Pastor Michael, had personally mentored, invited him to the dedication of his new cathedral. The place was enormous. Luxury cars filled the parking lot. Cameras surrounded the building. Government officials sat in the front row. Thousands of people came to celebrate the man Michael had once taught. Nobody even noticed Michael. He sat quietly at the back, watching the crowd shout, "God's chosen vessel." Something inside him broke. Not his faith, his contentment. On the drive home, he whispered, "Lord, what am I doing wrong?" That night, he returned to his church alone. He knelt before the altar. He prayed. He cried. He begged God for just one sign. Nothing happened. Frustrated, Pastor Michael slammed his fist against the altar. Thunk. He froze. He hit it again. Thunk. That wasn't concrete. Pastor Michael pulled back the old carpet beneath the altar. One stone looked different. He pressed against it. The stone moved. Beneath it was a narrow staircase leading underground. Pastor Michael stood there, staring into the darkness. His instincts told him to leave, but his desperation told him to keep going. He picked up his flashlight and descended. The deeper he went, the colder the air became, until finally, he reached an ancient stone chamber. In the center stood an old altar, covered in dust and dried blood. On top of it was a leather-bound book. No title, no name, no lock. Pastor Michael slowly picked it up. The moment his fingers touched the cover, the book opened by itself. Pastor Michael stepped back. Then he looked down and began reading. His expression changed. His breathing became heavier. His hands began trembling. Whatever he was reading wasn't a prayer. It wasn't scripture. It was something else. Something ancient. Something that promised power. Pastor Michael kept reading. And then he saw the final line. His face went completely pale. Because the book wasn't offering him miracles for free. It was offering him miracles for a price. Pastor Michael slowly closed the book. He stared at it, terrified, then whispered, "What have I found?" He had no idea that this book would make him the most celebrated pastor in the world before turning his entire life into a living nightmare. To be continued. Follow Tales by Bun for episode 2 and tell me in the comments, where are you watching from?